your favorite movie platform. You're looking for movies. No single one choice appears on your mind, and after a while, a very short while, the excitement leaves the room. You are deflated. You don't want to make this decision anymore. Scroll, pause, backtrack, and when you finally pick something, your mind is still thinking if it made the right decision or not. It feels like more options make our life better. It often doesn't. In this episode, we are going to unpack why too many options to choose from can be a little overwhelming for your brain, and how the modern world's abundance leads to simply disappointment. Less confusion is the aim here at Existential Help Desk. When you understand the nature of your mind, you start to understand its tendencies. That's why, to make sense of things, in this channel we delve into neuroscience, psychology, and philosophy. I should mention that we hate and bullshit on the long run increases your confusion, even sometimes when they feel better than facts. If we are on the same page, you know where these buttons are, or maybe here. Imagine you're in an ice cream shop. Somehow you came to a decision after seeing the 700 flavors, and you're eating the ice cream. Some part of your brain, while you're eating that ice cream, is still thinking if it made the right choice or not. How's the ice cream going? Can it be better? Maybe you should have tried something different or something vegan. And by that time, your old favorite starts to look better. Now the ice cream you were having is gone. It's finished. And during that whole experience, you weren't at home in your mind. Your brain was still stuck on that decision. That nagging feeling of what if eats away the experience that you would otherwise have. Now stretch this example into dating, career choices, moving cities. Why does our brain do that? Why can it be just okay with a decision? Further contemplation actually literally costs more energy for the brain. And an energy conservative organism doing that is very interesting, because it means that there should be a clear advantage of doing such thing. It should provide a good outcome for the brain. Otherwise, it wouldn't constantly do that. We will be back to this later. For 99% of human history, humans didn't live in houses, and they didn't plan years ahead. We hunted, we gathered, we reacted to the moment. We ate what was around, wore what our tribe made for us. We did the job that our people needed. There weren't like 10 options. There was one, maybe two. Your brain, which is a byproduct of that world, feels more in ease if choices were fewer, clearer, and more obvious. Every decision comes with an energy cost for the brain, and your brain tends to be very conservative about this energy spending, because energy is finite, especially in the past with limited diets. So your brain started to prioritize the speed and certainty over endless evaluation. Now jump back to the present. You have got hundreds of options: where to eat, where to live, what career to follow, which city to marry or not to marry, which person, which diet, which lifestyle, endless amount of topics. Some of these are very complex in its nature, which needs extensive knowledge on yourself and the world around you. Okay, but if these decisions are overwhelming us, why are we still chasing things that increase our options? We simply feel in control when we are making decisions, in control of the experience that we are gonna have as the result of these decisions. We don't want to be a puppet in someone else's scenario or design, then more options should result in more control, therefore better life. Because more the options, more the chance of one of them being a better fit for us. But increasing the options to choose among may even be more chaotic and therefore less control. Let's take a bigger example. Choosing a career path. Should you freelance, join a startup, get a degree, move somewhere else, chase something you dreamed for, do the sensible thing? Each option feels like a door that you're closing forever. And the modern world offers like 100 doors. But your brain feels calmer if there are options of like 2 or 3. Also, it's not just having too many options to choose from. Modern world shaped us to expect that we should choose the best one. And the pressure because of that makes the decision-making process even harder. Every time you compare options, your brain burns energy. Literally, each decision costs glucose. So the more you contemplate, the more mentally drained you are. And often without noticing it. Throughout the day, this decision fatigue builds up, resulting in potentially bad decisions and maybe even worse, indecisiveness. Here's my practical advice on this. Set a good enough threshold. Instead of asking what's the best, try to establish what's good enough for you at this moment. This isn't settling. You can set that bar high up, but try to stick on an achievable level to build further momentum for yourself. It saves a lot of mental battery. Know what matters. Don't automatically aim for the perfect. And once a choice meets the bar, move. Get clear on what you want or need. Define what's good enough. And try to stop very detailed comparison. In the end, a solid choice made with clarity beats the perfect one that you never acted on. Let's get back to the nagging brain. Like I said, once we come to a decision, further contemplation costs even more energy for the brain. Also, it kinda ruins our experience, questioning ourselves and all the second guessing. But the brain doing it consistently means there should be a clear advantage of doing this. And I argue that advantage is making better decisions in the end. Our brains are trying to evaluate the decision they just made, compare it with the experience of the result, because making that, analyzing your decision, can make you aware of the bad ones that you made. Your brain is still concerning itself with the decision you just made instead of experiencing the result 100%. Makes us a better decision maker for a similar decision next time. Throughout history, most decisions for humans meant life or death. But our nervous system doesn't understand that the world is finished by now. At least for modern humans. Most of us. At least for some of us. Therefore, enjoying that muffin can be harder than it should be. But by understanding the human nature and the fact that it's only working for your benefit, I think it makes it easier to accept ourselves as the way we are. If this episode resonated with you, check out previous episodes. And if you don't want to miss what comes next, we delve into how our mind handles shame, motivation, identity, and the attention. Please subscribe. This is Existential Help Desk.